So gonna do a one-shot walk around of a Nismo R32 Gtr. The Nismo was a version of the R32 Gtr. They made 560 of them. The homologation special, basically, where the Group 8 cars were supposed to be built off. Whether or not that's true is probably open to some debate. But again, they were all gunmetal, so they were all this KH2 color, which is the campaign color of the car. They had some special features that weren't in the normal 89 or 1990 R32 GTRs. Starting here at the back, we can see like this lip right here, this extra lip piece. This extra lip piece, you know, added quite a bit of drag to the back, tried to add some downforce, but we're not really sure how well it really worked. Then you have a no rear wiper, and so that's kind of an obvious thing, although it's obviously possible to put glass in with no rear wiper. I heard some people say it was lighter glass. One of my friends, Shane Cox, weighed the glass, and it weighs exactly the same as glass with a hole in it. Working our way forward, we have this extra little lip or a Nismo spat piece, basically. So this little piece right here that helps deflect air away from the tires. The wheels and the tires, the brakes, all that were on the Nismo were just the same as the normal car, and they were produced with Spartan Air. So, and then working our way further forward towards the front of the car, here we have the intercooler ducts, which some people call N1 ducts, and these pieces here, and they allow a little bit more air to get into the intercooler, the factory intercooler here. The Nismos also, they didn't have a screen on the intercooler. So, and then they had this extra little piece here to help try to direct some more air through the radiator to help keep the car cooler. This car is pretty stock, like I said, and it is a Nismo. Underneath the hood, a couple of things that were different than the normal run-of-the-mill car, which was no ABS. And yes, this is how Nissan did it. Just 3 connectors just chilling where the ABS pump used to be. 2 wires, two brake lines that go across here. Then the turbochargers, and the exhaust manifolds, which you can't see, has all metal turbos. It has a little larger exhaust manifold on it. And I think that's all for there. And then this, so what especially makes this car special is that it is a California legal car. We did bring it into California compliance, and it has what we call a BAR label, a Bureau of Automotive Repair label on it. So we're able to bring that into compliance. Then inside, the same deal. Nothing really is different between the regular car and the Nismo, although this car does have this extra little knee pad piece, which is kind of a desirable piece, although there's a lot of times there's an inner piece that goes along with it to help brace you inside the car. And then this car also has an aftermarket cluster. It has a Nismo 260 cluster, which the original ones are 180K. This is 260K. And you'll see a lot of cars with 260, 320K and other clusters. But other than that, the seats, all of those, everything else, steering wheel was all just standard fare, although there are tons and tons and tons of Nismo, Nissan, aftermarket parts, dealer options, all those kinds of things that were available for these cars. But you generally, you know, some of them, I say, especially now, we're 26, 27 years out, they're very desirable to have, but it's not something normal that you will see. So these are just a few of our cars here that we have. We've been importing cars over 25 years for a couple of years now, although involved in the Skyline business for a long time. 17 years, almost 18 years. So just a few of the cars that we have here in stock. Everything from NSX to Soarer, VW, Skylines, obviously lots of Skylines, and back to our Nismo R32 Gtr.